Welcome to Maple Ridge Chrysler. My name is Jamarley, and today I'll be showing you this 2014 Ram 1500 SLT 4x4 in black. Starting up here at the front of the vehicle, we will see our quad halogen headlamps. These headlamps actually bend more around to the side in order to increase peripheral vision, which is great for you. There's also fog lamps down there at the bottom. These fog lamps are actually protected by plastic instead of glass, and so when a rock kicks up, it won't just shatter the fog lamp because they are tougher than glass, which is great. You're not going to have to worry about replacing those soon. Those also increase your visibility during low visibility times. Under this hood, we have a 3.6 V6 VVT Pentastar engine, which allows you to have a great amount of horsepower while still having great fuel economy. Coming down here to the tire, you will see a 17-inch completely aluminum alloy rim wrapped in Goodyear Wrangler tires. These tires are filled with nitrogen, as you can tell by this green cap. Nitrogen stays a more equal temperature throughout the year, which decreases your leakage and increases your fuel economy. If we just take a quick look at the tread on these tires, we'll see that you won't have to replace those anytime soon because they're great. Now coming up here to the mirror, we'll see our indicator light along the bottom. And we'll notice that it is a breakaway light. It bends both to the front and to the back in order to get out of the way in the case of minor accidents, which is great because they're not going to have to be replaced often. As well, they are heated, as you can tell by this small little sign here. It is a great feature to have during the winter time when there's frost and snow. They'll melt off instead of you having to scrape off the ice and snow with your credit card. Now, before we step in, I just want to quickly show you the remote. The remote has your panic button, your lock button, and your unlock button. So you gotta press once to unlock, press once to open. Now let's step inside. Here inside the door of the vehicle, we have our power mirror, power window, and power locks. Our power window autos, you just tap once and they go all the way down, and pull up once and they go all the way up, which is a great feature. You're not going to have to hold your finger there while you're driving, as well as this button right here actually folds your mirrors in. Now looking into the door, we see there's a lot of storage as well as a water bottle holder and a cup holder. Coming into the left side of the steering wheel, we will see our We'll see our headlamp settings as well as our interior display brightness settings, and your high beams. You can set it on auto and forget it, and your headlamps will adjust according to the brightness of the day. Coming below, we'll see our park brake as well as our release lever. Our release lever for our hood, as well as our adjuster to change the height of the steering wheel. Behind the steering wheel, we have triggers in order to shift through the stations or volume in order to keep your hands on the wheel while changing what you're listening to. I'm just going to climb in, so bear with me for a moment. And I'm going to put the key in the ignition. And here we'll see our large cluster display that is actually customizable with this digital display in the center. Right now we're looking at the speedometer and what we're listening to, the current temperature outside, and the direction we're facing. This vehicle has 50,678 kilometers on it, which is great for 2014. Now, we can easily flip from kilometers per hour to miles per hour if you're crossing over to the border. We can also go down, we can see our tire pressure and our vehicle information, our transmission temperature, oil temperature, etc. We can also see our trip information and fuel economy. We can also see what we're listening to. And in this messages section, it keeps you updated about what you need to tune up on your vehicle, which is great for keeping your vehicle in tip-top shape. Coming down to the steering wheel, we'll see our voice recognition controls, which allow you to keep connected via phone call or text message with the power of voice recognition and Bluetooth connection. This is actually a really great feature to keep your hands on the wheel without being illegal and fumbling with your phone while driving. This remote controls the digital display above, as well as these are your cruise control settings with your manual gear shifting in this vehicle, if you choose to use that. Here we have our E-shifter dial. This E-shifter dial is great with your two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive lock, four-wheel drive low, and your neutral button right down below it in order to change amounts of traction that you need. Coming up here, we'll see our 5.0 Uconnect screen that obviously has AM and FM, but as well has Sirius satellite radio. You can also connect with other media devices via auxiliary cord, USB port, or Bluetooth. You can also pair a phone, as I mentioned before. You can look at the compass, further settings for customization, as well as we can look at the clock, the temperature, or turn it off. There you have your volume and tuning buttons. Here are your climate controls, as well as your traction control, towing and haul. Coming over here, we have our 2 large glove compartments. And in the center of the vehicle, we have our 3 large cup holders, with this center console having your USB port, auxiliary jack, another DC plug, and your change collector. This middle console turns into the 3rd seat in the front in this 40-20-40 split, allowing this cabin to seat 6. Up above, we have our power mirror window control for your sliding window in the back, as well as our controls for the universal garage door opener. Now just going to turn off the vehicle and step around to the back. Here in the back door of the vehicle, we will see our power window control, as well as one of the cabin speakers down there. If we look inside to the back seat, we'll notice that it is a little bit shorter with the smaller doors, but you're not sacrificing too much space. There's a great amount of legroom still. And under the seat, there's still a great amount of storage. You can store a bunch of things like tools or anything you'd like under the seats and keep them hidden away, as well as your 2 cup holders in the middle. Now stepping around to the back, we will see our 6-foot box with a liner in the back, which is great. You're not going to have to put that in for yourself. And we also have our 4-pin and 7-pin towing hitch hookups, your factory installed towing hitch, which is great. Now, I just want to thank you so much for doing this walk around at this 2014 Ram 1500 SLT 4x4 in black. Hope you'll come down to Maple Ridge Chrysler to check out this vehicle or other new and used options. Remember, we have 0% financing and we're closer than you think. Bye-bye.